Laura's here! And that's the intro to this video. Hello, and welcome to this week's Comedy Dining Experience, and it's nearly Christmas. That's right, this one's going out early December, so...
I was so confused for a second.
Laura, what are you hoping to have for Christmas?
Bit of peace and quiet.
Nice. Ben, what are you hoping to have for Christmas?
Love and friends and more love.
Nice. I'm hoping for a Scalextrics. We've got the cat with us, and today we are doing a Black Spine film. There's one we're not told.
Can't call it that. That's a rip-off.
It's a rip-off.
You've got to call it something else.
Okay. The mystery film thing.
That's acceptable.
That's fine.
Wow.
Mystery film thing. I haven't told anybody what the film is for today, and I'm not going to explain anything about the film today. We're going to watch it and laugh over it.
Is it Mac and Me again?
It's not going to be Mac and Me again.
That'd be good. We just watch that again.
We just watch it again.
Just say the exact same things we said.
Exactly as
word
they
for
were.
word.
Laura likes Mac and Me.
Why?
I don't know. She's never watched it.
What? Jesus Christ.
Right, so...
Such an alky. That's what you are.
So, obviously, the viewer, you know what the film is because you've clicked on the thumbnail, you know what the titles are, you've read the description, all this, that, and the other. So, the film is currently on a black screen. We're using the Shudder version, which is an hour and 24 minutes long. And we are going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
I think I just got a little glimpse of it then. Left Field Production. So, it's a nuclear war film. It's a sequel to Fred's. I see. The production value on this looks really good. Oh, I know what this is.
Do you?
I do.
What do you... How do you know what this is?
Because I've seen it. I've seen reviews of it before.
Have you seen it?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, so I'm really the
Well,
only person here
I guess
for a
we'll
bad
have to
time.
watch. We'll have to watch another mystery film.
I'm going to go through the collection. Have you seen this?
Just go through the entire Shudder library until you find something.
This is the thing, though. You
The
Mr.
thing.
You're the real Mr. Things.
Things. Why is this on a streaming platform? Is it just for comedy value?
No, it was featured on The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. As part of their VHS night. This is a film that was shot on film but released only on VHS at the time in 1989.
I thought you said you weren't going to tell us anything about it.
That's all I'm going to tell you. And that's just to help clarify why this is on an internet streaming site.
What I mean is, like, they expect people to pay money for this?
Well, it's part of your subscription.
I'm feeling really good right now
Whoa.
about watching this film.
Good.
She's got 2 really large snake bites. She should get help.
Somebody should help suck out the poison. She could be in very serious ill health.
Okay, why was I not warned about nudity?
Oh, this is all the nudity in the film.
Okay, that's fine.
Bizarrely, they hired a porn star to be in this film, and she doesn't get naked or do sex scenes in this film.
I thought you said you weren't going to tell us anything about
That's
it.
all I'm going to tell you about this film.
I think that's going to be a running theme for the evening, don't you, Ben?
Oh no. We've got a running thing now. I have to exploit it to its full potential. It's alright, only 1 hour 20 minutes to go. More or less.
What the fuck is happening? Oh, that's so creepy.
Oh! That baby is not what it seems. Is it just going to be the same Casio drum beat through the whole film?
I don't know if I should tell you.
Can I opt
Dan's
out
not going to talk now for the rest of the
Unfortunately,
commentary.
you signed the waiver, Laura.
I
You're
did
in one
not.
hole. You did. You said as long as we would let you try some Worcestershire sauce and sit and eat some pizza on us, that you would put up with this.
I regret my choices.
The pizza was very good, though. We've already had tea, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We all enjoyed Domino's Pizza, food that is sponsored by things. Ah, the famous putting the tablet container in the cupboard scene.
I don't know what's happening.
Was the first part a nightmare or what?
Is anything actually happening?
All will be revealed.
That was very cheerful.
That was fantastic. I love that line reading.
I was going to say, that's great, that is.
Just double checking.
You ever seen Children of the Living Dead?
No, but I'm going to cover it at some point very soon.
Oh, the whole film's like that. It's brilliant.
Ooh, Campbell, do you mind just pouring some more of that?
You got it. Oh, we get a second intro card because the first one wasn't.
Because we're fancy schmancy.
End of part 1. Part 2 begins now.
I'm Garth Marenghi, author, visionary, dreamweaver,
I just
plus
thought
actor.
I just thought the title comes up every now and then just as like to signify the ad break.
It's like Evangelion, they just put those really nice sort of mid-roll breaks in.
It's like when you watch, no, it's when you used to watch films on TV and they make their own little title cards.
End of part 1.
Strychnine did the music.
They did. Oh.
I don't know why they put this bit here, because if it was me sort of choosing to watch a film, by this point I go, oh, it's not worth it.
Well, they've already used like 4 different fonts just in the intro.
I like how the musicians got credit before the actors.
What was...
They were the biggest names for this, I suppose.
Already appeared. Written by these cunts. Produced by these cunts. You don't have to do it separately.
Music by Mega God Band, we love them.
Yep, they're in it as well. That bodes well. That's a good last name.
I really like the aesthetic they went for of going and driving around a train track in their pickup truck. Oh, this is Canadian, by the way.
Ah.
Just to clarify.
Let me guess, directed by... Let me guess. Yeah!
That guy!
What a fucking shock that was to the system.
Oh, yeah. Well, they often say that
What
when
is
you
it
put...
with bad films and their need to put... I know the answer to this question, ego, but the need to put, like, their names 6 times. Like, you could just have one credit, directed, produced, and written by.
Boom.
Done.
Next thing. Right, the film starts making sense here.
Australian? Which one of these is Gilson B. Pontes or whoever wrote it?
Barry J Gillis. He's the guy with the mullet and the mustache beard combo you'll see shortly.
Following top news stories of the day, we will speak briefly with the leader of the Soviet Union concerning topics of the George Bush administration.
Do you remember back in the day when the newsreaders always sound very stoned and distant?
Yeah.
Tonight we will be talking to the leaders of the Soviet Union.
Do you remember how they used to always sit in front of a big stack of TVs?
Yes, very, very awkwardly positioned.
Yeah, that are playing back footage that's being recorded.
Tonight we will talk to the world leaders at the summit. Nah.
Nah.
We're almost there.
We're almost there.
What's that dog?
Are we almost there?
Is that a dog sound?
Get it. Go on. Of course you'd fight off a doggy any day, wouldn't you? Go bite him.
We're joined by our beautiful cat Zelda, who has decided to watch the film with us.
Come on, Zelda, get him.
She's doing it willingly.
Trying
She
to
could leave.
psych her up. Go on. Dan!
Are you there? Don, can you hear me? Don,
Don
can you
or
see
John?
me? That's the director.
Is that the legendary Andrew Neil deGrasse.
I know, that's
Jordan.
Barry J Gillis is the one in the blue.
Gilson B. Pontes.
Yes. Chris Efferson.
Luckily, in while producing this, they all took their Xanaxes to help them get into character. What we need is a couple of hot girls and beers.
The Ambien was in full flow.
To make party, yay. Yeah. I hate it when that happens. I really do.
I do that all the time, unfortunately.
He has the hairstyle and appearance of a man who would be interviewed on the news about Ted Bundy. Well, I don't support the death penalty, but I feel they should lock him up and fry him. Put him in the chair and go buzz.
Make him go buzz buzz buzz.
Make him go buzz buzz buzz.
Buzz 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 buzz.
And we are not going to show you those diagrams because the budget will not allow for it. Because none of us know how to draw.
You have put them pizzas somewhere where the cat can't get to them,
I
right?
put them on the side.
Too busy trimming my tash.
Did you not put them up?
No, but I can do. You have to fill in for me now. Talk clever.
I don't even know what's happening.
You're at least one step ahead of me.
Dan, for the love of God, be
Christ.
careful. What are you doing?
Words actually fail you sometimes, they really do.
Oh my God.
Zelda just comes back covered in cheese. Hey guys.
Seriously, you can't leave anything out where she's concerned.
What are we doing?
She has eaten pizza before. Could put them in the oven if you want, Dan. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Now that's what I call the soundtracks to Commodore 64 games, Volume 5.
Now that's what I call smooth jazz.
It's a really short looking room.
It is. It's his actual house.
Is the
course it
filming
is.
on a wonky angle deliberate?
It was necessity.
This looks like something you'd watch in during a trial, during a murder trial.
Last known footage.
This was the last known footage of Neil, John, Tyson, Breen, Michael, Stephen.
Smithson.
This looks like it should be traded on the dark web.
It usually is. I ordered a copy of
Looks
this.
like it should be on Live Leak.
I ordered a copy of this on DVD from a reputable US company, and they sent me an email about a month and a half after I placed the order to say that their last copies had been crushed, so they had to order more copies.
They've been pulped.
You went to so
A
much
medical
effort.
recovery, my
You went to
God.
so much effort for this.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Once watched, you kind of get a bit drawn to it. I've watched this film like 7 times this year.
Can't
so
say
far.
I'm feeling terribly drawn to it.
I don't know, it's something that wakes you up in a cold
Zelda.
sweat in the middle of the night.
You watch her with that drink.
Yeah.
Get down from there, piggy.
Come here. Come here.
Is that the thing?
No,
Which one's the things?
I can't tell you. It's confidential.
Well, tell me now.
I can't tell you that. It's confidential. Anyway, how's your sex life? All of
This
these
looks
people,
like the basis of something you use for a creepypasta.
I was going to say, all of these people in this,
Things.avi.
all of these people in this look unwell. They all look like they would be a mugshot at some point.
I'm guessing this was like a Manos type job where all the sound was done later.
Basically, yes. They recorded all the sound, but because they did... Oh, I'm telling you things again. They recorded all the sound, but basically they were so amateur filmmakers at this time, they didn't realise that you had to be quiet on set. So whilst they were recording their dialogue, people were chatting away in the background. It was only when they went to put it all together that they realised everyone was talking over their recordings.
What's she got?
I don't know. So they had to redo the entire thing from the ground up. I think there's like one scene where they use the original audio at the very end, and that's it.
Jesus.
Well, they were very good at guessing the audience's reaction with the dialogue.
Mm.
Kill me now.
Well, this was the thing. This film formed part of a.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at the film. I'm laughing at the one of the things Zelda's playing with. It just rolled very pitifully slowly under the table. Just stared at it like, what happens now?
What do? No, this film formed one of the double features for something called the Iron Mutant Challenge, which was you watch the two films and you have to write essays about what they mean and do a scene-by-scene breakdown of what's happening. So I ended up watching this, I think it was 4 times in total over a weekend, and then I watched it another 3 times between that weekend and now.
And you did this for free, right?
Yes.
You didn't do it for any sort of gain.
I get a nice, might get a nice piece of paper saying...
monetary or otherwise.
Nah. But after the first 2 viewings, I really got into it. I had seen it before this. I'd watched it in college once, but I very quickly forgot about it because look at it.
Hello. Could you be more careful, please? Thank you. Am I supposed to know what's happening yet?
Oh, come. You just got to pay attention. If you pay really close attention, you'll figure it out.
I don't like the sound of that.
That wasn't even part of the film. That's just home movie footage that was spliced in. A bit like when you tape the film and you catch a bit of it of something else at the end.
Yeah. Like, you finish watching The Spy Who Loved Me, and then a bit of Corpse Grinders 2 comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this Salvador Dali's famous Devil's Daughter painting? It was thought to be burned years ago. How did Doug get a hold of it?
I mean, you could just buy a poster of it at a shop. Probably cost him like a $5. Just because an image is in doesn't mean it's the original one.
No, Ben, it's the original.
Like, look,
That was where all the budget for this film went. They had $20 million.
that's how it works. Like that AC/DC photo that Laura has up. That's the original one.
It is.
Only one image.
She loved it very dearly.
Yep.
This is an original song for the Things OST.
Yeah, this is from Strychnine again.
Strychnine. And coming in at number 78, it's Strychnine with Casio setting number 4. DJ.
With Tailspin. Oh-ee-ay, Tailspin. Oh-ee-oh, Tailspin.
For some reason, this reminds me of that. Ouch! Ouch, Charlie.
Ow, my good hand.
I think I'd rather be watching that video of that guy who sent Bjork that nail bomb shoot himself. I mean, that at least had some comedy value.
I mean, you can say what you like, but we have laughed at least once.
He's been total on the weird side with his art collection, if you know what I mean.
That particular painting, if I'm not mistaken, was given to him by the Queen of England.
Yep, I'm getting to know that.
We all have that photo.
That'll help. So we can get in on this thing.
This is a snuff film. Do people die? Like, for real?
Yes, the final 5 minutes just turns into torture porn.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Do you want a beer? Yeah.
Hi, doggy.
Oh, hey, doggy. Ah.
At least the dog gives a good performance.
One of the drinking games in this game is you drink along with them.
like Wivnell and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that, Dan, because you were really good at it last time.
Yeah, definitely. We should totally do that
I
again.
was really no. I still have.
I mean, you won that night.
Thank you.
No, he did. Wow.
I think nobody won really that.
So I
night.
think you should definitely do it again.
Absolutely.
So far, just as a recap, we had a weird scene where the guy asked for a baby from the devil, and then that guy's brother and his friend have turned up at the flat of his brother, and they've gone round the flat and poked fun of all of his paintings, and then this guy's just put water in his beer for some reason, and now they're just...
To deliberately water it down.
Yes.
His Tash just didn't agree with it.
Now this was the actual snuff film.
That's something you'd find in a neighbour's attic after they die. The kind of neighbour who you go, I always thought there was something odd about them.
I always wondered about his collection of little shoes.
All of the time.
That's very genuine. That's how I'm going to laugh now, all your jokes. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's good. Leave it there. What the fuck?
It's you, that is.
Yes, it
Did you
is.
boys bring any food?
It's a very angry film.
That's also me too.
6-day or 6-month-old bread in here. Maybe I can make myself some kind of a sandwich.
Thought he'd be pissed off about that.
I keep thinking they're going to sing for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, it's night time now.
And they've just made some sandwiches with 16-month-old bread.
I don't know if it's just the quality of the film, but those sandwiches look disgusting.
The whole film looks disgusting.
Yeah, it looks like it smells.
Yeah, it looks like it's just been bathing in some toxic, noxious gas.
What is up with this music, man? Like, seriously.
This was the budget they had for the film. Had to cut some corners, my friend.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It's good to see Brian Wilson getting out of the house.
Johnson B. Wilson Tyson, whatever he's called, keeps
Yeah.
looking at the camera.
Wait, you still be alive.
Good and crunchy.
It's just going to
in
pan
his
over
tummy.
to just see a guy on a Casio with a paper thin moustache and frizzy hair.
Big smile.
Big smile.
This is his moment.
Really cheap old suit with stains on it.
Yeah. Looks ill. Very pale.
He's about 45, but he looks 85.
Yes. Had a hard life.
Yeah. When he coughs, you can see yellow particles in the air.
Physically, the air gets chunkier around him.
Oh. No.
Oh. I'm enjoying a delicious Spitfire ale.
I'm glad someone is.
It's alright. It doesn't taste awful.
It is acceptable.
Yeah. I'm in keeping with all of the beer drinking in things. I am drinking beer tonight. Ben is doing whiskey.
What is up with his face?
It's like you when you look at me, just generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's me, just generally.
I must say, Doug,
Oh God, stop that loud chewing. It's so hanging. I had to sit on a train yesterday with someone doing that. It was fucking disgusting.
Ugh.
Just like he was chewing gum, he was just like nom 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 nom
Yum,
yum
yum,
yum, like
yum.
yummy yummy yum. And I don't care if anyone has to hear it. Fuck 'em, it's all about me. Yum 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 yum.
You want to prove a point on how delicious this gum is?
Thought it was so much better. I hope he fucking dies in front of his children.
You're watching things on the Comedy Dining Experience.
You can't just chew gum like a human being. Opens her mouth just a bit. Ah! No!
Wait, what's happened? I've missed
Right,
it.
so Don's wife is pregnant. He's Don.
Right.
Don's wife was pregnant, and he had a dream that he'd made a deal with the devil for a demon baby.
Why?
Because there's a demon.
Hang on, so his wife was in the room the whole other time while these three were going on about sandwiches
And beers, yes.
and going, hey, this is a great movie.
His wife was in the other room feeling like she wanted to be dead.
What the hell are you talking about?
Right, the doggy.
Just let the dog wander into the camera, whatever.
It all works.
Thank you, Zelda.
Daggy.
It's the best bit of the film. Oh no! Oh no, this is the worst bit of the film.
Laura, why do you advocate dog murder?
I don't.
You said this was the best bit of the film.
Before this happened. Poor doggy.
Oh no.
Okay, you can stop now. Thank you.
Now that's
Please,
what I
thank
call
you.
Stock Dog Noises, Volume 75.
Featuring all your hits, including Hound Dog,
Including
Puppies
Dog
out
Bark
loud.
number 2.
Mark,
And who could forget such classics as Dog Bark number 7?
Arf Arf,
Ooh.
Aru.
and Creepshow is once again taking his copyright case to the Supreme Court of the United States. Pirates
What's this
continue to
pondering, meandering bollocks with the news lady?
So that is porn star Ginger Lynn, or Amber Lynn, even. And she was trying to get out of porn and do actual films.
So why was she in this then, if she wanted to be in an actual film?
So the director managed to get a meeting with her, and at the time her boyfriend was also her manager, and her manager / boyfriend said she'll do the film. I can't remember, there was a couple of grand she wanted for it, but she's not getting naked, she's not doing sex scenes, she's just acting and that's it. And then on the day, she turned up, and her boyfriend turned up on set as well, and intimidated the director so much that basically they held up the script for her to read, and every time he said she's not saying that, they just cut it immediately without asking.
Our story was something weird.
I love you guys. You are my best friend. Oh!
Galima! Galima! So Don's just admitted that his wife's him and his wife went to a crank doctor who has experimented on her to get her pregnant so that they could have a baby because they're having baby trouble.
And the doctor put a demon baby in her.
Apparently.
How did said doctor perform this operation?
Well, we will find out as we continue our journey.
We won't though, will we?
On things.
But we aren't going to find that out, are we?
We might find that out.
And as he got older, they laughed at him.
Hey, Alan, whatever. Do you want to do another take? No, it's fine. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. Moving on.
The delivery is positively Decker.
So bizarre.
It is.
Harold died. Even Chris Walken's looking at him, shaking his head. Oh, you can just tell he wrote this thinking this is going to be my big fucking scene. That's my big monologue. And the Oscar goes to Johnson and Tyson, man.
Hello, I'm here to collect the award for being a good guy actor man.
Bless you.
Zelda just gave me such a withering look. What the fuck are you doing?
Do you mind?
What was that?
We're trying to watch the movie here.
Oh.
Dog.
Can't even with this film.
You see, the way you talk in this film is like how you talk to babies or pets. Hello, what you doing? Hello.
You are
What you
right.
doing? You are. Dog, your wife has a demon in her.
You plunker.
Why don't we do something about this? Call the police or something.
Call police.
Too much. Can't look through those woods. The phone's out. Can't do nothing. When you get attacked by bears, this is a real creepy punch, you know.
Real creepy blood now.
Creepy.
You want to get attacked by bears?
That's 9 miles away. They'd be trading us away. Eat pine boxes by morning. I guess we'd all be dead, wouldn't we?
I guess we'd all be dead.
I guess we'd all be dead.
I guess we'd all be dead. Dot, 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 dot. Wouldn't we? Someone turned the Hoover on at the end of that take.
So this was shot...
Hey, you lads going to be an air long. We've got to start getting tea on in a minute.
Not clean this.
Mum, we're making a movie.
So if memory serves, this was
Fuck
shot...
you, Mum.
This was shot on 8mm film and then was edited on videotape. So it's technically classed as a VHS film, even though it wasn't shot on video.
Shot on
Hey, what happened? The lights went out.
2mm videotape by the looks of it.
Was shot in 1p.
It does look awful.
I don't think this film was shot.
What, are you reckoning with fever dreaming all this?
Yeah.
And I believe it at this point.
I mean, Laura has been sampling wares. This could all just be a fever dream.
Pretty much, yeah.
Was that audio glitch part of the film or was that part of our connection? It's hard to tell at this point.
Let's say it was part of the film.
Considering you were saying she's just reading the lines off camera.
At the moment, it is only speculation. More details will follow soon. Back to Johnny.
My favourite angle.
That's right, Johnny. Now what do you know about that? Alright, guess that's over now.
Where's Fred? He went into the third, fourth, and fifth dimension. It looks like he got sent for that mouse call. I think I know what happened. Spontaneous combustion. I read about this crap.
I read about this.
Tell me the story.
Canadian.
Gotta get the
So their friend with the beard has been pulled into a mouse hole and has now travelled into the third, fourth, and fifth dimension.
Interesting.
And they achieved this through the simple filmmaking trick of telling you it happened. Off camera.
The actual answer of he couldn't be bothered to turn up today to film.
Acting noises.
What's your favourite piece of furniture in this film? I do quite like that fish that's hanging on the wall at a slightly wrong angle. I reckon you liked that picture for the Queen.
Naturally.
You ever seen those those videos on YouTube where it's like liminal spaces, or like photos of that portray emotions that you didn't know? You ever seen those?
Yeah. I've seen the ones where it's like photos of places you recognise but you've never been to.
Yeah, like familiar pictures that make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on a bit of a rabbit hole with those last month. I just watched about 20 of them in a row.
Well, this film is
They're
basically
bizarre.
that,
They
so.
are bizarrely hypnotic, and they're quite nice to watch at night, very late. And this film would be sort of, you could take any shot from it and he's still. I don't think.
The whole film was just supposed to make it. I think I've seen this before, but
Yeah. Like, it's not scary in the sense that they're trying to make it scary. Apparently there's a velociraptor behind the door. Calling that sound effect.
excellent.
Gilson.
When did he lose his
Richards.
shirt?
He took it off because he was covered in blood.
Oh, fair enough. You see, you've been paying attention.
Still don't know what's fucking happening though.
I expect a full essay at the end of this. That's what I had to do.
No.
But I've bought laptops.
No. I'll just eat more pizza instead.
All right. Partial credit. But there are bears.
It's like they've invented a new language.
It's quite miraculous, really.
My wife just gave birth to a monster and friend in another dimension, but we have beer now.
Beer time for good now, us.
Ha 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 beer.
Here's whiskey, friend. I found a dram's worth.
Oh, it's just what you want when you're thirsty.
Means you can now drink along, Ben, too, because you're drinking delicious bourbon whiskey.
You said there was a drinking game where people drink along. I'm assuming every scene they had drinking in some form or another.
More or less.
Jesus Christ, his laughter. Rocket!
Brad!
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Rocket! Brad!
Janet!
Dr. Scott!
Rocky! Wasting perfectly good whiskey there, mate.
What's with the main character in this film? Is he a sociopath?
Possibly.
He just can't seem to react to anything. His reaction to his friend disappearing and his brother's wife getting fucked up is to drink beer and pour it on his head and go ha 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 ha.
Gotta get some more beers in this place. It really does feel like in prisons they call it primitive art, where they get prisoners who've had no experience with art and they kind of give them paints and tell them to draw.
That's a very dehumanising name, isn't it? Primitive art.
Yeah.
What does that imply?
Well, it implies it's rudimentary, basic. people who don't know the rules of art. Laura hates it because she's a perfectionist, and as an artist, she
Oh,
makes
I
it
know
right.
nothing though.
You don't know?
I just sort of go, ooh, does that look good? No, okay, try
then-
something else.
Then that makes you a primitive artist.
Sounds about right.
Well, you go check it out then, you goofball.
You goofball.
You great cheese whiz. What is the lighting in this film?
Ooh, what a reek. I think we're gonna have to go back to the kitchen and get a flashlight.
Get some more beers.
And then when we come back, we'll sit down and get some more beers. And when we've had those beers, we'll go to the fridge get some more beers.
Hey, we should get some beers while we're waiting for those beers to turn up.
Yeah. Can you give me a beer while I'm pouring the beer?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm holding 3 at the minute, but I'll get you 2 more in a second.
You good there, Dan?
I don't like spam.
Whoa.
Oh, alright. How you doing?
Oh, yeah, I forgot there were demons in this film.
Oh my days.
Oh, it's because the demon was on top of the flashlight, so they had to kill it to get the torch. Would it surprise you to learn David Lynch is actually in the process of doing a remake of this film?
Can you unmake a film?
That would be good.
That'd be good.
Isn't it called a demake?
A demake.
Where they take a
Yeah.
really big film and make
Like
it uncheap.
the opposite of a remake, but you take the film and you just disassemble it bit by bit.
Yes. Okay.
Do you know what gets me is the fact that he's going so far down the torch to grab it.
Even though it's dead already.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a big torch.
It was the 80s. 6 D cells would last you 10 minutes.
Wow, that cleaned up quickly. And there's nothing on the towel.
Those were right up against this lapel mic.
It's delightful.
I'm joking that I don't think they had any facilities for recording sound of any description.
There is a clip on YouTube of the original, of some clips of this film with the original audio in place, but it's like literally every shot is, Doug, catch the football! Catch the football's running in the background whilst they're trying to deliver the lines. Really weird. The director's still making films to this day, apparently.
What was his last opus?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But the
That
first,
surprises me.
but I think this was his first film.
You don't say.
How long have we got left?
I don't know, my phone's over there.
Do you want to go get it?
No, because then I
I
end
want to
up
know how
falling
much
over.
torch we got left.
You'll know when it's done. I'll put you this way: it's not Caligula,
Right.
right?
So it's not 4 hours, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
How long is it?
it's an hour and 20.
An hour and 20. Too long.
Yeah.
You say that, then you immediately start laughing at it.
I can't tell if that's intentional or if that's just. It's hard to tell. The line is blurring to so significant degree.
So, what do you guys think is happening?
The monsters coming to get him.
To the point, but fair play. What about you?
Is that wrong?
Oh, I don't think it's strictly incorrect.
Right, I'm right then. Next.
Thought Laura might have a different viewpoint.
Well, in my very intellectual opinion, I think the monster's coming to get them.
Right, okay, so we've got a mutual consensus here, that's good. The cat has fallen asleep on them.
Oh, she's so comfy.
She is
She
loving
made the
life.
right call, really.
They pick up on good vibes.
It's been a full 10 minutes of just these idiots wandering around.
I think that's a pretty good summary for the film, in fairness.
What is
Do you think we should dub a sound of the head hitting? No, it'll be fine, mate.
Yeah, be right.
No, it'll be okay. Ha ha ha.
Hey, Danny, pass us another beer.
I can. I'm already passing you a beer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the beer you just passed me is warm, like the other 2 beers I have in my hand. If Vic and Bob remade this film, it would make more sense than this.
So, he's dying now.
No, he was
What?
just being a dickhead.
Okay.
Ah, the famous putting on a t-shirt scene.
Wow, this is so interesting.
I'm hearing my inner director just going, and cut. Cut. Cutty. Cutty.
Why?
Is that why it's called Things? Because things just happen.
Um,
Is that the aim of the title?
no, not officially.
Dan, there is literally nothing even happening.
Look, I don't make the rules of the film.
You chose the
I
bloody
have
film.
watched this film more than any other film this year.
Once is too much for me.
This is my 8th viewing.
Well, why?
So apart
Why?
from today, and apart from when you had to write it for some fucking school essay, what were the other reasons for watching it?
I got a craving to watch it. You know when you're sitting there and you go,
No.
I need to watch this film.
No.
You've never sat there and gone, I want to watch this Disney film. I really fancy watching
I would
The
never
Emperor's
do
New
that
Groove.
about a film like this.
Have you never sat there and gone, I really fancy watching The Emperor's New Groove tonight?
Well, yeah.
Well, I've sat there and gone, I fancy watching Things tonight.
Why would you want to watch this?
It speaks to me on a
How?
primitive level.
How?
I don't know, it just reaches out to me. There's something really nice about the delivery of the acting. The bits where they're goofing off is really funny. I really like the weird direction and cine, and every time I watch it, I notice something I didn't notice before.
When will you notice that it's shit?
I don't know, probably maybe the 8th or 9th watching. I don't know, at the end of this I might go, oh, it's a bit rubbish, but so far it's not looking likely.
Oh my god.
You keep having a go at it, and then you keep laughing at it.
Oh, this is just ridiculous.
Was this just the actors just goofy off? Or they just fuck it, it's in the film now?
No, there's apparently a script for this.
There's like all these little bits where they're meant to be in this like very high strung situation where some monster thing is getting them, and there's just loads of scenes of them like doing goofy things.
Yeah. Apparently there is a script, so this must be written in the script direction.
I would call it very odd pacing.
Yes. Very unusually paced. Yet it's not classed as an art film. Even the art people don't want this.
Because
I
it's
can
not art.
understand
It's not an
why.
art film because it's not art.
Can you prove it's not art, though?
Oh,
you prove it
Jesus,
is?
there we go.
Well, yeah, everything is art.
Don't
Art is
listen to him.
subjective.
No, it isn't. If everything is art, then nothing is.
Well, exactly. That's why we have experimental art. Jackson Pollock wouldn't be art if it's just
Can't say
somebody-
everything is art. It's a meaningless statement.
Well, okay, if we're setting the bar low, I would say if a Jackson Pollock painting can be classed as art, then this can. Because at least this has more going on than a Pollock painting.
I can't tell how much of you is a character sometimes.
I'm a genuine believer that art is a subjective format and that anything that can be classified as art should be classified as art. I think that there is a distinct level of art, so stuff like Renaissance paintings very clearly show masterful work. But when you come into stuff like art house cinema or experimental paintings or sculptures or things like that, I do think it's a bit of a free-for-all. I think that you, as long as you are aware of the rules of filmmaking, anything that you make within those boundaries is fair game. Soundtrack committed suicide.
Did they just run out of fucking tape?
Apparently.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
Oh yeah, I could believe it. It's the first
This
dialogue that's
film's
happened in
getting a
10
little
minutes.
fucking dim.
Yeah.
Emergency lights on anyway.
I mean, everything just looks the same as it did.
Why does the apartment have emergency lights?
Like spiders in a haunted house.
Maybe a better film, it would be like Spiders in a Haunted House.
Do you reckon that they could remake this in the same way that they remade the original Blob?
What's she found?
I don't know. She found a treasure.
What the heck? Ew. I hate spit. That's gross. Does he look alright?
Oh, I hammered your head. There's got to be a group.
This film's doing my head in. Oh, the tape went out. Spill it back to the beginning.
Loop it back in. Loop it back in. There we go.
Shit you get for being away.
This is bordering on Trailer Park Boys level of... Like, imagine if the Trailer Park Boys made a movie.
Bless you.
So I'm allergic to really shite films.
I'm not going to pretend that this is some kind of masterwork, because this is widely
Wow, you
considered...
surprised me. You normally try to.
Huh.
But a lot of people would consider this one of the worst films ever made.
It's very cruel, you know.
Why?
I specifically was like, no, Dan, I don't want to do the next one of these film thingies. And you were like, no, please, I'll pick a good film.
Oh, that's the next one.
After this, I think not.
After this one, I guarantee we'll pick a nice film. It'll be something lovely. Something that everybody loves.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Hocus Pocus, but at least, you know, that has, like, story and
7-Up
exciting things happening, and it's in focus. You can hear the dialogue.
I mean, it does come to something when
It's
you
not very
can't...
good dialogue, but you can fucking hear it.
It does come to something when you can't even say that this film is in focus for the majority of it.
But it's not. I don't think. Has there been one shot in focus?
I don't think there has, no. Because usually most people will fall back on this film as garbage, but at least it's in focus, I guess.
I think there was one single shot in focus, and that was a cutaway of one of those little speaking bird things going into a glass of water. I only noticed it because it looks so strange compared to everything else. What's better, this or Manos?
I think probably this, because at least I watched this more than Manos. Manos is boring, because after a certain period of time, you get used to the weird, whereas this is constantly kind of shifting in tone. It never settles on a specific level of badness. It just kind of fluctuates.
Hello, Dad. Sit down, nice.
I thought his brother was dead.
So basically, a thing's creature went up behind Don, his brother, so he hit him in the back of the head with a hammer to get rid of the thing's creature, but he accidentally caved Don's skull in.
You know, what I mean is, when he was getting him up the stairs, he was clearly moving.
Oh, no, he's not dead, he's
He is alive.
He's just been smacked in the head with
He
a
was
hammer.
just going like this.
Yeah, that's why I say he's not dead, he's just been smacked in the head with a hammer.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said he is dead.
Oh, no.
He lost a lot of blood, though.
Guy just can't get a break.
And now I'm being stared at by the cat. What do you want?
I'm gonna have to cauterize this. Mend your hand together. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt you.
I'm sure.
I know it's gonna hurt. I think it's worth it. I learned this up at camp.
What kind of camp did you go to?
Ah, the blood is just dripping like maple syrup. So much blood.
What's with the delay on the audio? I don't know if it's they intended it to be that way or if they just didn't record it properly.
Well, because it's audio ADR'd, they probably were watching it through one monitor that was on a delay from another monitor.
Yeah.
So it was probably like a second gap or something where they were.
And they just thought, fuck it, fine, whatever, don't care.
We've got to get this film out. Can't just sit on it.
You're dead. You're dead.
I thought he was dead like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm looking like the creatures eat you alive.
You're dead! I won't let them eat you alive. Oh my god.
I'm gonna puke. I'm trying to figure out who's got the rawest deal in this film, to be honest. The only one I can think of is their friend.
The audience.
Yeah, I agree, Ben. Definitely.
Their friend almost certainly got the best deal because he got to fuck off after 20 minutes.
Mm.
Do you think this film would have been improved with some better lighting?
It would have improved if they just turned the cameras off and did something else with their afternoon. In the afternoon it took them to shoot it.
I think this took a few days, actually, in fairness. I think it took them like a week or something. They had to stop production at one point.
So far, how many things, as in the creatures we see? We've seen like 2.
I think there was one on the stove, there was 2 in the basement, there was one that was born, and there was one that got the dog. Oh, speaking of.
Oh, God.
Do they not have a name? Oh no, not dog.
Fake vomit, apparently.
My treasured childhood friend, dog. I miss you,
Oh,
dog.
my beautiful dog. This film is dedicated to the memory of G-Dog. Thank you for
There is
recommending.
way too much going on with this sick right now for me. That is a face and a half, that is. They have devoted too much time to vomit. Ooh, scary man with a drill.
I want a scary man with a drill.
I think you're good now. No? Okay.
Is that the dog?
You tell me.
This is what I'm saying. Every time you watch this film, you realise something you didn't notice before. Like, even now on, like, the 8th watch, I'm still
Do you
like...
think he knew the point of the scene?
Well, one of the things he's always encouraging people whenever... Because he tours this still.
Mm.
He'll go to conventions and play it. And one of the things he always does when he does the Q&A is he asks people what they think the film means, what it's supposed to represent. A bit like how the KLF go around and ask people why they burnt £1 million.
Is he aware of its reputation, or does
Oh,
he take it very seriously?
No, he's very open with the fact that this is not a masterpiece. That this is something that he did a long time ago, but he's kind of embraced it as a, this is what it is.
No. You're supposed to be dead.
Zelda.
But you're dead.
What's she doing?
No.
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 Well, what's
Nah.
she doing?
No. Who's gonna pass me my beers now? Oh no, the actor ran out of money. Can somebody put him 2p in the meter, please?
That's why the film skipped just then.
Yes.
I can see why you'd like this shit.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean it's good. But
No, but you can understand why I would like it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. What's the point of these little interludes?
They wanted to put a porn star on the video box to sell more copies.
Okay.
That was literally it.
Don Drake and Fred Lewis may still be alive.
I know the apartment's full of things. He's back from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimension. And he has a chainsaw now. I did ask at one point how many of these prop puppets still survive, but nobody seems to know or care.
Weird that.
Hey, if I could find one, I'd have one.
I know you would. No, thank you.
Every now and then it just wakes you up with just a loud scream. It's like the movie's still happening.
Oh shit, yeah, we're watching a movie. You're watching Things, 1989 on the Comedy Dining
89?
Experience. Yes.
Looks a lot older than that.
No, it's 1989, my friend.
Looks like it was shot in 1971.
That's Canada for you. Wonder if your uncle's seen this.
I don't find that likely.
He's in Canada.
It's unbelievable.
Yes. Yes, he is. For God's sake.
Don Drake and Fred Lewis were surprised to find out today that they were being sought after in a nationwide manhunt after they were reported missing 14 days ago. They checked into a hotel in Dallas, and off-duty security
Just
guards noticed
presumably that's where they just cut a bit out that she didn't want to say.
Yes.
What could she have possibly have objected to
It wasn't
in
really.
this banal, wooden, robotic dialogue?
It wasn't her. It was her boyfriend. Basically, they were too intimidated by him being on set, going, "She'll say this."
Yeah, but what would he have a problem with her saying? That's the point.
Well, I don't know. We don't know because the footage doesn't exist.
That's interesting. Cool. I've got to be honest, right? It's a lot of the same thing. It's quite boring.
Yeah, it's very repetitive.
Very.
This music just gets better and better. Zelda? No.
The chainsaw fart.
Oh, you good girl.
Oh no.
This is ridiculous. Is the music supposed to have a complete contrast to what's actually happening?
It was whatever they could get their hands on. You got to imagine, this is Wild West filmmaking. This is not a studio film. This was not funded by anybody.
Is this literally the best they could do?
This is the best they could do in their area at the time. You got to imagine, they didn't have internet. They didn't have listings. You couldn't, if you knew a guy, that was who was your guy doing the music for your film.
Yeah, but it's literally not even the right atmosphere.
Yeah. And that's, I think that's.
Oh my days.
Don, you chicken shit! Oh, Bridget, you good! Hey, you little fucker! Come on back here with my eyeball! Get off of me! Get off! Ah! Oh! Get off of me! Oh! Oh! Get off! Oh! Oh! Get off of me! No, they can't keep a good man down. Take me to the hospital.
She's just having a little licky of the herbs and garlic.
No, don't let her have it.
She like it though.
Once she knocks it on the floor, you can pick it up.
Okay.
I'm still here. I'm over here. And over there. And over there too. Help me. Dad, I'm still alive. They haven't got me yet.
Whoa.
I'm still alive. Now I'm really pissed off. You shithead.
At the present time, residents refuse to leave their homes. We'll have up-to-date reports every hour on the hour.
Hello? Some fake social visit. How's Susan feeling?
Social visit. Susan, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm Dr. Lucas down for the Disney class.
See the fucking bastard, yeah? Susan's dead. Everybody's dead. All because of you.
Who, me?
Because of you.
Because of you.
This goddamn hellhole. All because of you. Do you want to see some blood?
I think this is a very powerful film. I think it has
I'm
the
sure
ability.
you do.
It has the ability to change minds.
This is Ghastly. all that's left of her. That's human blood, all right.
What other blood is it? Cow? Animal? Alien?
Soup.
What beat me to it? Your experiment fucked up and you're blaming me? You're the bad man!
You tell it to the sheriff. I nothing. The evidence is surrounding me and the weapon's right at the door. All I see is this goddamn chainsaw and a golf club at the door.
I'm telling you, creatures were here. They were here. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. We killed a bunch of them.
You're a lunatic. I better grab this before you try to kill me too.
I'm not a killer. Your experiment went wrong.
There's no creatures here, not even a demon.
So, what's the worst dub, Ben? This or the original dub for Akira?
Too many horror movies, pal. This place
The old one? The old one from the 80s?
Yeah.
Well, at least in the old one you could sort of hear what was being said.
True.
Might not have been very good, but you can still hear it.
all I see is blood.
I mean, you're not really missing much by hearing what they're saying in this, in
I
fairness.
suppose not. God damn. Oh, I don't see anything written all over his face.
The only thing I see written on there is, "Can I have another beer, please?"
Board detachment.
Well, it's time to take you to Grizzly class. After that, you're going to Los Angeles Institution.
I'm telling you, they're hiding. They're hiding. I'm telling you. Damn it, they're fucking hiding. I'm telling you the truth. Honestly, I am.
You're a fucking liar.
That was a bit aggressive.
It was. It was very angry.
Didn't really
film.
contrast with his body language either.
Joker, man. There ain't nothing here. Don't give me this shit.
I'm telling you the truth.
That is not that man's voice.
All that's gonna happen to you is you're gonna end up in a hospital for criminally insane.
From Criminy Insane.
Give me a bunch of shit. Time for you to get locked up. That's about the size of it.
Wow.
Ah, you're getting a bunch of shit, man.
Check the place out.
Sounds like he's having a fun time in there.
The guy doing the voice for that was taking the piss, surely.
Got to be.
I think he was being very sincere to a faithful performance.
I was hoping it had finished then.
What, you reckon he'd shut the door and that'd be it?
Yeah.
You
I
are
mean, it was wishful thinking, like, but
very hopeful.
Your dead body's starting to rot and stink. I've lived with the dead in New York City.
I vote we never let Dan choose the film again.
Yeah, ditto.
Choosing rights revoked, Dan.
I promise the next non-James Bond film will be an enjoyable one that is not trash. This is the worst it will ever get. I promise.
Why would you do this to us, Dan?
I
Why
did.
do you hate us, Dan?
I
What
want.
did we ever do to you,
I
Dan?
wanted you to experience new things.
I mean, I've seen this, so it's not new to me, but
Well, no. Well, you've seen clips of it. You said you hadn't seen the whole thing all the way through.
I think if you've seen 10 minutes, that you've effectively seen the film, haven't you?
I am
This
in
film is
agreement.
one thing happening over and over again.
With loads of mini things happening inside it.
No, not even that. It's just one scene, the same thing. Guys wander around, they bash some bugs. The next scene, they wander around, they bash some more bugs.
Well, this is a location shot.
Outside his house. Does that count as a location?
Strychnine are playing. This is exciting, isn't it?
That is a complete...
And then they changed the fucking channel.
Yeah, I mean, like, the stuff they had before versus this.
Yeah. It's very blue. It's because they didn't know how to do the white balance.
Well, they probably didn't have any lighting, so just have to light it the way it was that day.
Yeah. This is one of my favourite screams in cinema history. Coming up.
Oh, that was recorded on the set.
Yeah, this is one of the few clips.
Hours later.
That's been generous.
Oh, of course, they didn't show him actually getting up, did they?
No.
They've had too many beers, of course they're not going to be able to climb up things.
What the hell happened to you? Everybody's dead. There's a doctor. You need a doctor. Everything will be all right. Everything will be all right.
It's good to see Stephen King in a little cameo there.
He's the one. Creatures are everywhere. He did an experiment. He did. Is that really what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. Let's go to the police. Bring me back to Sacramento.
Bring me back to Sacramento.
I think this is my favourite song on the album.
Was there an album?
I think because this film got distributed by Severin Films, I think when it came out they did do a limited run of an actual audio soundtrack.
That would be hilarious.
It was arranged like the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack, where it was like tracks, but then occasionally clips from the film.
There's a gigantic tear down the side of the film
Yes.
on the right side.
Yes. It keeps coming and going as well. It's because, if I remember rightly, it's because they shot using what were known as dead ends, which is basically when a actual film company would make films, any of the stock that they didn't use, they'd send back to the distributor.
Yeah.
And then what these people could do is buy it like a foot of film at a time and just use the dead ends of other films. So what they've done is they've gone in and gone, can we have all the offcuts from all the 8mm reels you've had sent back? And that's how they've made the film.
And that's why...
Oh no!
Good cat. No,
That was the best thing that's happened.
I know, right?
The cat jumped on the remote and changed the channel.
Laura, I didn't realise you were psychic.
She knows.
But
Good girl.
it's
Do you want to
okay.
say what happened? Why we just suddenly started being happy for a minute?
Basically, they walked back to the house.
No, what happened on the TV?
Oh, we were watching merrily the greatest film ever made, and the cat jumped up and hit the remote control and changed the channel to a black screen.
Well done, Zelda. You
Thank you,
can have a treat. Do you want some pizza?
She can have meatballs later.
I think we should give Zelda some pizza for that one.
What happened in the film, what you missed was he took him back to the cabin to show him the things,
Why?
and then they got attacked.
Why wouldn't he just get away from the cabin?
That's a good question.
I mean,
Because that would make sense. Nothing here makes sense.
go on, Zelda.
What?
I'll be okay. 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 I'll be okay.
Well, that's the word for it.
That is the word for it.
Shouldn't it be you've just experienced things? It should be you've just got through things.
You have survived things.
You have managed things.
That was things, and everybody takes something different away from it. Ben, what did you...
I would say, I don't know if that's true now. I would say about 80% of people take away something very clear from it.
Well, I was going to say, Ben, what...
You only say it's good to troll and to be funny. No one thinks this is good.
I don't think it's good, but I genuinely enjoy it. What do you think the meaning of this film was?
There is no meaning. They just made a dumb film about bugs because they like Evil Dead. And other things of that nature.
But would you not say that was
there
the
is
meaning?
no way. No, I guarantee you, there is no way that they sat down, Andrew Jackson, whatever he's called, sat down and was like, right, I'm going to make a film about this thing. No, they just wanted to make a dumb film in the woods at the house.
Because they like the Evil Dead.
And they built some... Yes, that's all it is, which is fine. Not every film has to have some big layered meaning to it, obviously. I mean, the original Evil Dead doesn't. The original Evil Dead, they just wanted to make a film in the woods. And this, they wanted to make a film in the woods. It's just that Evil Dead was made by someone who would go on to become one of the most celebrated filmmakers of his generation. This was made by some guy who doesn't know how to dub sound.
But does like beer.
Dialogue editor, Craig, fire him. Jesus Christ.
Craig Burke.
Fire Craig Burke. Fucking hell.
So, Laura, what did you think this film meant?
Why are there so many credits? This didn't take this many people to make.
Post-production auditor. Transportation captain.
Probably one of their dads.
Co-captain.
Probably one of their dads who drove them there. Transportation. Yeah, you can be transportation captain. Extra casting. Where are the extras? It just consisted of 4 people.
Well, they might have cast some extra people, just not put them in the film. What did you think the film meant?
I thought I got away with it then. I don't think it has any meaning.
Yeah.
I think
somebody made a shit film, but pardon the cough. I'm choking. The film's making me choke.
Choking on your own truth.
Special thanks to CBC News, The New York Times, Gore Zone, Rolling Stone magazine, the film Deep Red.
Yeah, Rolling Stone worked on this film quite a lot. They contributed quite a lot of resources and money and time.
The film Deep Red.
Okay, I'm back. Basically, anything can have a meaning to somebody, right? You can put a meaning on anything. I think that's what people are doing with this.
Eric B, the rapper?
Because there is nothing. It is literally a shit film.
Well, I think the film is about loss.
No, it's not. You're just saying that to be funny.
You
You don't mean that.
I think that it's a...
How about we vote to just not listen to him?
Yeah. Why was Dan, tell me this, why was Eric B the rapper thanked in the end credits?
Because the Rolling Stones got thanked and it was only fair.
Is it just whatever they were doing off the set, they just put in the special thanks? Like maybe, were they reading Fangora, I assume?
Yeah.
Or reading the New York Times or listening to follow the leader.
Yeah.
And decided, hey, put that in the film.
Hey, if it helped influence the film, it goes in the special thanks.
But why are the credits so long? I don't understand. The film was made by about 4 people.
It's to make it look like a big film.
Things was filmed in and around metropolitan Toronto and is dedicated to 20 years of Black Sabbath.
What?
Black Sabbath would be devastated, probably.
A very special thanks to everyone involved and everyone who believed in this film and anyone we may have missed in the credits that were already 20 times longer than they could have been.
Their mums, basically. So what? The film is that what the film was about, Dan? It's about Black Sabbath.
Well, I wrote a very detailed transcript about why I thought the film was about loss, and I'll post it in the description.
Ooh, some extras.
So like we came down
all of those blink and you'll miss it frames that you just saw weren't
Yeah.
an hallucination. I think they were other Barry J Gillis films that you can buy. And I think he put them in there to subliminally say, buy these other films.
He wanted me to do this one line about Cecil B. DeMille. And she walked over and stood next to the director, John Frankenheimer, while he said, run the line for me. And I was like, I said, I can't. He says, you can't. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I turned around and walked away. He's like, for some reason he falls in love. And he says, listen, he said,
This is a really boring story.
This was high entertainment.
I will say this for this bit of the film. I prefer watching this to the preceding hours.
Right.
Hour and 20 before it.
Probably because she's actually like talking like a normal person, and not like a robotic woman.
And that was Things.
Mm.
The greatest film ever
It's off
made.
now.
And I think I'm very proud of both of you for making it through one of arguably the worst films ever made.
Yeah, well, that's the last time that we're ever going to do that. Goodbye, Daniel. We will see you in... Well, never.
See you in
Well,
never.
I mean, I'll see you all the time, but
You're telling me to get in bin.
get in bin.
Very upset.
See, Ben needs more drink.
So neither of you enjoyed Things?
No.
Not even one little bit?
No.
Don't get me wrong, there was...
one of those 7-Ups.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give it you back.
Please don't. I think, to be honest, like, there were a few moments in there that it was so bad it was actually funny, but that probably only accounted for about 3% of the time.
So am I taking the wide message here that you would not be recommending Things to anybody curious to check it out?
No, unless you want to make yourself, like, really fed up or something. I don't know.
And Ben, are you in
If you
agreement?
hate yourself.
Well, suppose unless you want to like, you know, you're having trouble sleeping,
Mm,
and you can do a good solid 2 hours kit.
yeah.
Seems to do the trick.
Well, Things is available on Intervision at Severin Films, retail price £15, and I highly recommend you check it out. I think it's a really crazy film.
It's really bad.
These people to do these kind of things.
No, unfortunately, they don't.
You'd think, wouldn't you? You really would think,
At
but
least you
no.
get some out of it.
I keep asking for it, but they never let me. They never let me.
Oh.
I just want to be in the special club where they send me terrible films, and I say they're great. I just want to do that. That's what I
That'd be your
like.
dream job, wouldn't it?
I'd love
your
it.
dream occupation if you had to. If someone came up to you and said you can do whatever you want. You have to do something, but we'll give you as much money as you want to do it. That would be what you'd pick, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, I'd be up for that. I'd just sit and watch a load of trash and tell people why it's great, because it is.
It's really not.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Things Comedy Dining Experience. Ben's going to go for a piss,
Treat yourself.
and
I'll treat myself this one occasion.
I'm gonna leave you in the comfortable hands of Laura to see us out, as
You are?
she's our special guest. You just tell people, say thank you, and tell them go bye-byes.
Tell them go
Yeah,
bye-byes.
you tell them go bye-byes. You say thank you for watching. Good night. Turn off your television. Go to bed.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this shit. Thank you, and good night.
Bye-byes. Good night.
Go Bubbas.
Go to Baba's. Night night.